don't know if this guy's audio is going to be anywhere near worth listening to, but we'll kind of have to see. There we go. There we go. Nice. So we have a little workspace, and looks like everything's running like it should. Perfect. So you guys gonna see my hands? Not much else, because I'm hiding. This is gonna be interesting. So challenge of today is basically just to get this entire box of stuff, which as you can see is quite a lot. So I'm actually gonna like just do a quick unboxing, and then we're gonna see what sort of colors we can work with and everything. I'm very much new to this. I've never worked with this sort of clay before. I've never worked with clay really before anyway. So I'm just gonna make like little stacks. Actually, I'm just gonna like pack them over here. Just for information, this is like a really cheap ass box that you can buy off Amazon. It's nothing really spectacular. I did get some more expensive clay actually, because I'm making a friend's gift with this, and so for her I got more expensive stuff. But for now, let's just you know, pop everything out, and then let's look at what colors we have. I think what I might do is I might just pack it into different color boxes. I am filming over here off the side with the GoPro, which you guys can't really see, but well, it's not a GoPro, but same sort of thing. I'm just trying to get the webcam not to move too much, but it doesn't really want to you know, play along with that. So it looks like the working area is going to be approximately from here. Yeah, that looks about right. So let's just look at these and sort them into color batches, whatever you want to call them. I also just want to check what the video on here is looking like. Looks kind of okay. Yeah, you can't really see that much, so I'm going to work around here, this area. So excuse the packaging noise, it's kind of annoying, I know, but let's see. We have a couple of tools, so nothing of great spectacularism. It's all plasticky stuff. I mean, that'll do, but voila. So we've got like a little digging tool, two kind of strange digging tools, a small plastic knife that's actually remarkably sharp, and it's got like a ball on the end of it, which will probably be useful later. So there's that, there's this scraping tool with a point on the back of it. There's this other like star kind of shaped tool, and it's got a hole on the back of that. I don't know if I'm going to use that. And then here is this, which is just, I think, kind of makes little lines of some form. And it's got like a tongue depressor type of thing on the back of it, so there's that. So this kit also comes with stuff to make like brooches and even pins, a couple of other things like earrings. I'll definitely be using the earring kit at some point. The rest I'm not too sure yet. Oh, and I can make like phone keychains. So I just drop that over there, out the way. Tools I'll leave just out of frame, but they're here. They very much are there. Just gonna turn this a little bit this way, raise it up a bit. There we go. So color-wise, let's sort them out into colors. We got browns. They're kind of like weird oily. I don't know if they're supposed to be. Kind of feels a bit weird, but whatever. So we got purples. Looks like I did get some doubles, and then again maybe not. Oh no, these are actually different tints. Okay, so I did get different tints of very similar colors, but that aren't actually the same. That's pretty cool. Wow, they really some of them are very, very close to being the same. Like it's almost surprising that they're not. So that's all the blues, all the darker blues, should I say, because there's still some lighter blues coming. Oh, and here's like a teal turquoisey color. I really do not like the fact that they're sticky. It's not great, but yeah. So there's quite a...
I didn't know you were a builder.
I do everything. I do loads of things. I'm discovering how to work with oven baked clay I'm just like doing a whole unboxing and everything. And hey to you too. How you doing? So yeah, here's blues. It's gonna be one thing.
Not in Discord.
I'm not in Discord? No, wait, give me a sec, I can join. That's not a problem. Boop. Done. I'm in my Discord. There you go. Oh wow, this is one ugly, like, super light purple. Eek. Yuck. I do not like that color. Whatever.
It's a nice colour. What's wrong with colours are all good.
I know, but look at this thing. I mean, you can't even see. It's like an off purpley. It looks almost white on the camera. It's really not good.
Yeah, it's called puce. It's an actual
Oh.
colour. It comes
Oh.
in handy. It's a tip. You'll use it later for shading and something.
Okay. I'm really getting, like, I'm trying this out for the first time, to be honest. It's gonna be fun, I'm sure.
Oh, good. I love sculpting. You do know
I mean-
I'm a master model, right?
Yeah, no, I know that. Oh no, I mean, you're gonna judge the living shit out of me. I know that.
No. I teach, so that's exactly what I do. I teach. I've been teaching scale modellery or modelling in mixed mediums now for 5 years at the local U3A, which is in my watching, which is just me by the looks of it. Is the
Yeah.
University of 38, which is Senior Citizens WEA or tape course. All volunteer.
Okay. Oh, so I do actually have white. Cool. There's another blue I didn't see.
Are
I
they the
think-
FEMO ones, or are they just the cheap ones from China?
It's like cheap ones, China ones. I'm gonna buy. Why? As I said earlier, actually, I got some. Wait, let me pull them out. I can tell you the brand this way. I got these things, Sculpey. This brand.
It was funny, I saw the clip on the side when I opened Twitch and I thought, oh, someone's working with clay. Let's have a look at it. I didn't realise it was a sculpture really good, yes.
Sorry.
I didn't realise it was actually used. I was watching going, wow, this guy sounds like Foxman. What if Foxman knows about this guy? And then I looked at it like, oh, it is him. What the hell's he doing with clay?
Yeah. Oh no, this is actually something I do. Like I've never worked with this sort of clay before, but I do wood sculpting.
This clay is okay, but you're going to have to do a lot of kneading with it. It's really hard stuff.
Actually, to be honest.
Sculpture's better.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to do normal, really good stuff to work with, look up Bees Putty.
Okay. I mean, as I
Bees
said, this
Putty is really,
this
really
is
nice.
literally like time number 1 that I'm ever trying this stuff out. So.
Yeah, I got a stack of this stuff too. I don't usually use it. It's more for ceramic type work. You know,
Okay.
knickknacks and stuff like that. Kids are good with it too. They do
Yeah.
come with lovely shades. But again, I don't know how good the Chinese ones really are.
I mean, this is
But they
literally
go
just
well or not.
the cheapest like kit that you can buy off Amazon. Because I really just wanted to try it
I'll
out.
tell you, one of my philosophies when it comes to teaching my students is I give them the worst materials ever. I make them buy the worst model kits, buy the worst materials, the worst paints, and I make them learn with those ones first before they go out and spend hundreds of dollars on the expensive stuff.
Well, yeah.
You can
I mean, that's
build
logical.
With the crappy stuff, and you can build with the best stuff.
No, of course. There's some really weird colors in here. I mean, some of them are just not great. Like, this is kind of, well, it's not really just
Again,
reds,
I
but it's
suppose
like,
all colours are great. It's just you got to know when to put them in.
yeah, no, that's the whole thing.
A guitar is
I've
great,
got
but
gold.
it's not really enough of stuff.
I've got like some sort of gold here. It's pretty interesting.
Oh. Yeah.
Because yeah, so the idea is my friend and I corrupted her with a joke that I had. Because basically, a while back, when I'm gonna have to put you in context. So, I come to my group of friends and I'm literally like, just walk up to them and like, randomly say a word that comes to my mind as like a greeting. Instead of saying hi, I'd be like, I don't know, Dekbol platypus. And it became such a thing, and I would always say well, yeah, platypus, so Dekbol platypus. And then one day one of my friends turned around and responded tractopelle, which is the French word for backhoe, like the digger. And I corrupted my colleague with the whole backhoe thing, to the point where she even has a custom made sign in her room that says backhoe. And we're doing like a Christmas gift exchange thing, and I'm gonna make her a pair of backhoe earrings out of this stuff. which is why I bought the yellow and black that's right here. So that's to make the backhoe the official one. But the first step is of course to, you know, figure out what the heck I'm doing with all of this stuff.
Can I make a real suggestion here?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Get some paper and grid paper and draw like a real rough technical drawing of your earrings, just one of them, and
Yeah.
use that as a template. Lay it on your mat there, on your work table,
Yeah, okay.
and lay out when you extrude out the clay to fill it up. Use that as a template for how long and big you want it. That way, both of them will match the same size, or close enough.
That's a good idea, definitely. I mean, right now I'm literally just gonna try some of this stuff out.
Yeah, you should. I'm telling you now, you'll be there for a bit needing that stuff.
Yeah, no, I can think that. Oh, I can see that. Should I say? Because this stuff is hard. I'm just wondering what the heck I should start with.
A stone.
Seriously?
Get a stone and smack it like you're tenderizing meat.
Yeah, no, I figured that much. But what I mean is, what am I gonna sculpt first? Because I need to choose which color to go with. Because I'm gonna waste one of these colors.
I would just recommend doing what do you call it? Geometric shapes, circles, squares, triangles, straight,
Okay.
you know, snakes. Do the basics.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you need to build your thing,
Yeah.
and you need to judge your scale.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna start with. Oh, I have two of the same grey, so I'm gonna start with a grey. And
Actually, I
then,
discovered grey is actually a really interesting color. It pretty much goes with everything because it's pretty much every color,
that's true.
which is
Damn
why
it,
you
I
see a
did-
lot of house decorators using grey.
Yeah, one thing I do not understand is why the heck these things are like. I think they've been like oiled, because my hands are like full of like weird oily stuff. And they're also
I think
very.
it might be. I can't remember. I've never really looked into what actually, but this again is the Chinese stuff as well, so God knows what it's made.
Yeah. So like, just cut a piece of that off. I'm guessing I should probably repackage every single piece I use, right? You want to keep the
wrap.
stuff sealed.
Glad wrap.
Glad wrap? Okay.
That's what I wrap mine back up. Glad wrap.
Holy shit, this stuff is hard.
Yeah. You got a little rolling wheel or something? A rolling pin? That would
Not
help.
really.
That's why I said get a stone. You can smack it like you're tenderizing a steak. Nice big flat stone. Well, that's not too bad if you're actually already manipulating it like that.
I have climber's hands. I would bloody hope I can do this.
Sometimes I get them in China. It's like 2 minutes just to try and fold the damn thing in half. And it still
Fair
involves
enough.
a hammer.
I'm just repeatedly folding it in on stuff. Is that okay?
Yep.
That's the right sort of thing to do, isn't it?
Sorry. You can also put it on the table and roll it with the palm of your hand. Kind of flatten it out a bit, and that'll also make it very, very more pliable.
Okay.
But it looks
Yeah.
like you're going all right anyway. You're quite, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
The
trying
trick is
to.
also to knead it so you don't get many air bubbles in it. You don't want more air bubbles in it because if you try baking it, the air bubbles expand and bang, then goes your sculpt.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to fold it on itself then.
It's all trial and error, man. There's no wrong way to do anything like this. To begin with, you just do it and you learn from it. That's the whole trick.
Yeah.
Literally, as an artist, that's the whole trick. Even as a writer, you learn from your mistakes.
That's true. Well, actually, no. As a writer, if you make mistakes, then people don't want to read your books. But that's typically how that
Well,
works.
no, these days, if you make mistakes in your book, you just hear about it for the next 5 years on Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So I have one grey wormy. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with all of this. I kind of liked your idea of the stone. It makes me want to make like a mini scenery thingy, like a small
You
little
can do
scenery.
that. You've got brown there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got. Should I go with?
Hang on, you want that? This is the thing about an artist thing. It's easy to get derailed and do something else. You want to make earrings, so think about the functionality of the earrings if you put them on a diorama base. You know what I mean? What you're really trying to do is build something like a charm
Ooh.
bracelet on the ear.
You just gave me an idea. I was gonna make like a box to put the earrings in originally, like, you know, to gift them in. Why don't I make like a little what you call a diorama?
Diorama vinaigrette. That would mostly be easier than earrings, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know, of course. But I'm just thinking if I make a small little diorama, and I can put them on there, that would look great.
Actually, taking the rock idea one better, go get yourself a nice big, river rock, a nice big flat one.
Yeah.
Build it on top of that. You can use it as a paperweight.
Yeah, but I do want it to be earrings because it's something small enough to be transported easily.
True.
And also,
Although a paperweight would mostly sit on a desk all day.
point taken. Well, I don't have a river. I don't have a river rock on hand.
More than the earrings that actually be worn, because she's female and therefore changes earrings depending on the situation. Or
You have a point. So I do not have a river rock, and sadly to go and get one right now is going to take me way too much time.
other alternatives, what I usually do for my students, the little $2 portrait picture frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get one of them, take the glass out, take the stand off the back, and then you've got a nice little frame diorama base. Just build up the inside.
You actually
can even leave the little fold-out stand on it, so it sits on an angle for display.
Actually, I'm busy wondering. I think I might have one of those. Give me 1 second.
You'd be surprised how many people have got those things lying. I think they breed in the bottom of cupboards in the back hallway.
Yeah, no, they probably do. Just give me a second. I'm just going off headphones for 1 second. Be right back. Okay, nope. No. Sadly, nothing like that lying around.
Hang on, I'll find out what the measurements are if you want. And you can just make your base based on that measurement, so you can just...
Yeah, I can just trace it on I can just trace it on this.
Pretty much, yeah. I've got a little frame around this.
You should have a... Do I have something I can measure with somewhere? I should have that.
Do you have a normal portrait picture frame like you use?
Just a
in
sec.
your picture?
Sorry, headphones are off.
Ah.
Damn it. Where'd the measuring thing go? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm back.
Not entirely.
What do you mean?
Not entirely. You didn't have your headphones on.
Oh, I did. I do now.
Yeah, no, that's all.
There is a bit of delay on the stream anyway.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
But yeah. So about how big is it?
I haven't found one yet. Hang on.
You know what? Why don't I just ask the beautiful thing called internet?
That's a good point. My question will be, why aren't you using yours?
That's what I'm about to do.
Keep in mind, I'm in Australia, so it's all going to be in metric.
That's perfect. I have metric as well.
Oh, that's right. You're European, not actually American. So you actually know about the modern mathematic language.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Just finding space in my mouse.
Just gonna take these clays out from under the light. There we go. And the reason why I'm not using Google is because, see this area right here? It should have my keyboard. It doesn't. My keyboard's off on the ground. But yeah,
What have we got here?
go that way.
5 by 7 inches. Is that right?
That sounds massive.
How big
Oh,
is that?
that's the outside. That's the outside. That's not the inside.
Yeah.
Because I mean, 5 inches is that much. Like, if you can see.
Well, in that case, if you're looking, obviously when you take the back off the picture frame, the back is bigger than the frame insert.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's always a border edge around the base. So you always, what I normally do is I take the glass out and all that, put the base back in, and with a pencil just draw around the inside.
Okay.
Score the actual back, and that shows you the edge. Just
Yeah.
don't go over that. I
You
normally
know-
tell my students to actually get a piece of cork and cut it out to that size, so when
Okay.
they put back in, it slots through and therefore raises the base up above the frame,
Yeah, I see.
which makes whatever you're displaying stand up a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I might do? I might just try something now. Do my
Yeah.
like version 1.0, bake it, see how it comes
just
out.
Go with your original idea. Maybe not make a small one for an earring. Just make a normal sized, like 2 or 3 inch sized backhoe. Just have a go at making it,
Yeah.
because the first one's always your worst one,
Oh yeah,
and
obviously.
you don't want it to be worse. So do a couple of them, and the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yeah. What
And
brown
the
do you think I
better
should
it
go
is.
with? Because I have 3 different ones. Should I go with like a light, medium, or dark? Probably all 3
So-
actually.
So what you got to picture what you actually look like. I mean, I've got an idea what a backhoe looks like here. What do you think a backhoe looks like?
I wasn't going for the backhoe yet. I was going for the diorama thing first. I'll do the backhoe later.
Okay.
No,
Sorry,
backhoe. I want to get more. I want to get used to actually working with the clay before I get to there.
Yeah. Well, again, I stress the more times you build the backhoe, the better you get building it backhoes.
Yeah, no, obviously.
And right now, just make a normal big one. Big as your finger. Not obviously one you're going to hang under a ear, but just build and
Yeah.
get the feel of free flowing and design.
Okay, so I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need a yellow for the. I think I'm gonna make the main of it out of this yellow because I don't like yellow anyway, so it's not like it's gonna. I'm not gonna miss it too much. So let's see. Can I actually open the
yellow's
damn
for what,
package?
blade or what's the
Yellow's
yellow?
for the main body of it. I'm picturing, like the brand Caterpillar. They kind of have like that off yellow color.
I'm still trying to imagine what you actually think a backhoe looks like. Because in Australia, backhoe is one thing, and then there was a backhoe what was in medieval ages, and then there's
Okay,
like
no-
the ones that are made of metal, painted industrial yellow, and need a
Yeah.
generator to run.
I'm talking about the ones that are like industrial yellow, like
All right, so you're talking about a modern backhoe.
yeah.
Actually, I have no idea what one of them looks like. It's been ages since I've been any near anything like that.
Oof. Okay, this yellow is gonna take some molding. Ouch.
See if I can
Bloody-
find you
Bloody hell.
about much. Why is everything suddenly hang? Oh, here we go. All right, so you're going to go for the whole machine, righto.
Yeah.
All right, so black for wheels, black for the body.
Actually, I was going yellow for the body. Like
I'd do the cabin like white, like a white cube with a yellow piece on top and some thin black pieces coming up the side to make the wall struts, and then use the white as a window. And then go for your big square yellow body and all that.
okay. Okay, looks like I can.
Now, this is the
start-
problem I found with this clay, is it's very, very malleable. Once it gets going and it gets soft, it gets really hard to actually control,
Yeah.
keep its shape. One slight finger touch and suddenly the whole thing's out of shape. This is why I like bees putty. Bees putty is a bit firmer and harder and actually lets you work like clay or plaster.
Okay. Yeah.
This stuff actually acts more like kneadable wax, like what jewelers use to carve up, make jewellery pieces and stuff like that for casting.
Okay. Yeah.
We're all over the place today.
Oh, I've got yellow. Yellow's ready. Let's get some black.
So what's your strategy here?
Well, I want to start with making all my basic shapes and then mount them together.
I was
So-
looking at the pictures. I was just looking at want a large flat rectangular one, a stubby middle-sized rectangular yellow one,
Yeah.
and like I said, a big black one at the back, and then you put like white strips for glass on it, or do it as a white one and put black strips on it, and then a nice flat yellow piece to go on top of the roof, and of course
Yeah.
black wheels and stuff afterwards.
The black comes. Yeah.
You might need a lot of black by the looks of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna need something to make the actual body of it. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you use the yellow, make it into a triangle and square. It really would help if you had a reference picture. That's what I always use. It really helps keep you on track.
that won't take too long. I can get that up. Let's see. Let's
I
grab
already
keyboard.
got them up, but I don't know if your Discord's going to let me post links.
It should.
Oh, okay.
The Discord will let you post links. I don't know if anything else will.
What, like the government?
Yeah, them. I mean, I've got an idea of where I'm going with this. I was kind of going to go with one that has chains rather than wheels though.
Tracks, you mean?
Yeah, tracks.
Yeah.
It's just easier to make because you can just make like an oval and then put another oval and then like put like a
Yeah,
black.
a bit more than that to actually, because the problem with sculpture is you're trying to make something look like something else, and
Yeah.
if you don't do it right, it actually detracts more from what actually adding to the picture.
Yeah.
I would go with wheels because I think the wheels are actually much easier to make than the tracks are,
Okay.
and I deal a lot in tracks.
Okay, well, I've got some black, got some yellow. I might just work this really small for starters, and then like make a really small
Yeah,
one.
it would be an idea. You don't actually add that much.
It seems I have the grey. I might use the grey to make like the inner rims of the tires.
Actually, I was thinking that because most outer rim tires aren't, brand spankingly looking brand new. Usually, when I do wheels on motor vehicles for military stuff, I usually use a dark grey paint because
Okay.
it's more like rubber.
Yeah.
And not to mention, rubber kind of gets what it like when the light hits it after a period of time, the colour fades out a bit.
Mhm. Okay.
And of course, you've got mud and dirt and everything else on the tyre.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to get into weathering.
No, I'm not going to be that fancy. There's.
Alright, suggestion for wheels, instead of doing them like that, make a big, long, fat snake like a cigar and then cut them out.
Okay. I don't know this. 'Cause
More consistently shaped wheels.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to use this as the actual wheels. This is supposed to be like the inner, like the rims inside.
Most of the rims are usually black.
Well,
yeah,
I don't
really,
know.
I get you.
My model picture is got yellow. It's got either yellow ones or grey ones.
You can't lift it up as an insert.
Oh, on the stream,
Mm.
I might be able
That's
to do
what
that
most
actually.
builders do. I watch a lot of sculptors and stuff on the Twitch channels, and
Okay.
they usually have a picture of what they're building or what they're using as a reference for people.
Okay, well,
Get an idea. It's
Give me
also a
one
lot quicker
second.
when people going, "What are you doing?"
let's see if I can do that.
You have a little picture in the right corner of what you're building, and people see you working with clay, and it's pretty.
I can do image. Cool. So, add new source, image, browse.
You might want to do this in studio mode.
I am in
That way
studio
we-
mode.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Sorry, I thought it was switched it.
I'm live, but I am in studio mode. And the
So
cool
doing
thing
anything?
is, no, I haven't played for a while.
I picked up an interesting one the other day called Ancestors. You might like it actually. It's a very, very interesting game, quite unique. You
Okay.
play a family of Neanderthal humans.
There we go. There's your backhoe.
Yes, that's kind of what I thought. Oh, I see. Yeah, mine had black inside, and the
See?
actual Zigger was yellow on mine too. But you can see
Yeah.
what I meant by the cat. You do it as
Yeah,
a
yeah,
white
no,
square.
I do see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, or do it as a black one and just put white sheets on instead.
yeah. And I'll use this last little wormy of yellow.
If you want to do blue, like a light blue with a little streak of white down the center, like a lightning bolt.
For what?
The glass. on the
Okay.
cat. If you do that, that's like a cartoon glass.
Okay.
That way you can use the white actually as the little lamps.
Okay. Yeah. It's a pity you can't, like, I can't show you, like, actually, wait a second. Ooh, I can do this. That looks horrible. So, like, this bit here, like, that top part of the cab black, and then the windows, obviously my thing's behind it, not in front of it, but whatever. Like, the windows,
Yeah.
white with a bit of blue.
Yeah. Well, you do like take your light blue, your lightest light blue, flatten it out nice and thin. You actually have to find something wrong. A glass jar works nicely, by the way.
Yeah.
Flatten it out, cut out your window shape. Before you peel it off the mat, get a bit of white, roll it out so it's like a thin tail, flatten it, and squash that down on top. You know what I mean? Like a light reflection, like
Yeah,
you see
okay.
in comic books. And do that for all four sides. Important note to keep the reflection all going in the same direction.
Yeah. That seems logical.
Yeah. Or the other alternative is to do the whole thing as a white cube and then do black around the edges for, you know, the borders of the cab.
Okay.
It depends on how much you got or what color.
Well, I have not that much of everything, but
Oh, big tip here that I should have pointed out straight in the beginning. To
Yep.
fill out the bulk of a model, what most people will do is they'll get tin foil, you know, like your tin foil paper like you use,
yeah.
and scrunch it up into the shape you want.
Okay. That I can do.
So
That I
like
actually
the
have.
cube of the cab, you would make a little tinfoil cab and then cover the outside with your. That way, you don't have to be solid clay. You don't have to waste so much clay then.
Okay.
They do that with a lot of the sculptures you see, like the figurines. They're all done with tinfoil inside, like scrunched up over a
Yeah.
wire frame. And you can do the same thing here. Just, you know, make little tubes and stuff, stick them together, and then use the actual clay to hold it all together.
Okay.
I worked out when I bought all my stuff, one of the most important tools is actually a little roller you can get.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm literally running on like the strictest minimum of everything.
Hmm.
But as I said, well, there's one
To
wheel.
get perfectly even rolls and flat surfaces, get something you can press down on it.
Yeah, you can't
You
actually.
know the old trick of, with clay, how you might get your ruler in art class and use it to roll the actual piece of clay. Yeah, nice. Go and try and press the center bits in as well. Find stuff you can actually mold the inside shapes with.
Yeah. There we go. Just giving it some like tready kind of things. I mean, I do have like these other tools that they gave me with the kit, but nothing of it looks particularly useful here. So
Well, there are some basic things you might want to pick up, like a little flat piece of board or piece of perspex or glass or something you can use just to press. Glass
okay.
is good because you can use it, peel it off, and it gives you a nice smooth surface underneath it.
Yeah.
Also, another trick they use with this clay as well is Vaseline to smooth things out once it's all built to the shape you want, and you want to smooth it out. You can
Okay.
use Vaseline over it and use that to smooth things out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that would work. Yeah.
When it comes to making that scooper at the front, it most people would be easier to actually take a bit of dirt looking something and actually build it with the dirt in,
Yeah.
instead of actually trying to build an empty one, because then you've got to build sides on it, and that's going to be difficult with clay.
Fair enough.
Roll it on the table. The more you use the poker, the more it's going to make holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold it sideways and just roll it, and they'll make it perfectly.
It was more just to get it to sit on the to sit on the table flat, so I could see what it looks like.
What did they use?
There we go. That's those two. Make these two some little tracks as well.
Again, this is why I like these putty. It's really easy to manipulate. It doesn't like sticking fingers and stuff.
Yeah, whereas this stuff clearly does.
Yeah, it's also beginning because you also chose the cheaper. I think you'll find the Sculpey one actually works a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would think so. But as I said, I mean, this is really just like learning.
Yeah.
Well, more. I wouldn't even call it learning. I'd just call it trial and error at this point. But yeah, I am gonna probably go and get some aluminium foil, as you said, and use that for the main body, like just just to make it like just to put inside the main body.
Yeah, you want something to fill that in. You don't want to use all clay, man. That's just a big waste of clay. Just because you only got certain amounts.
Yeah. It's not like I have an unlimited stock, that's for sure. And with it being Thanksgiving tomorrow, everything's closed.
It'll take 2 or 3 weeks to get there.
Sorry?
I said it's cheap enough to buy on eBay, but it still takes 2 or 3 weeks to get there. And, you know, building a sculpture is kind of like surfing. You just can't get off on a wave halfway through it.
That's true.
To come back to it.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Okay, so we have 4 wheelie kind of thingies over here. Just mash that up.
Use your sculpture block on top and press it down slightly. That'll make them all nice and flat. Not super flat, just, you know.
So it doesn't stick to my damn fingers. Yeah. So if they don't stick to it. There you go.
You can cheat again too, by the way, and go get yourself some buttons.
Yeah, and use that as a base, yeah.
And it'll make it a lot easier to manipulate because you'll also have those little holes in the button so you can put wire through or a toothpick through to push it in.
Yeah. I have no idea.
That's the big mistake people make with clay sculpting. They all think it's all just pure clay. It's not. There's always an under structure.
Okay.
It has to be. Clay is expensive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just going to BRB for 1 second.
No problem. I might go get another cup of tea.
I love the fact that my view counter doesn't know the difference between YouTube and Twitch. That's rather interesting. Because like it says that I have 2 YouTube viewers. That's very much not the case.
Well, I think I've got the Facebook one turned off now. I'm just watching you on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a BRB. I'll go and get some aluminium foil. I'll be back.
Yeah, you do that. I'll get another cup of tea, so I'll be a few more minutes than you.
Okay. See you in a bit.
8 o'clock. Ciao.
Got some aluminium foil. There we go. Anything of importance happening here? Okay, back to normal live mode, there we go. So I have aluminium foil. So, now to make this into a body, I have more, but probably going to start with a small amount. So let's just do that. See how big does this go? Not very. Okay, it's gonna need quite a lot more than that. I mean, I could use that as a bit of a base, but I think I'm gonna need a lot more than that, so let's just pack you in there. And let's see, there we go. It's a bit better. It's a bit better. And I guess more. Dang, it uses a lot. Who would have thought? There we go. So I now have a little aluminium foil body, which I need to coat with a layer of this stuff. So I'm guessing for my next number I need to flatten some of this out. Probably not all of it, so let's just tear that in half. Let's use the big piece, shall we? Flatten it with this, I guess. That should work. I really hope it's not going to stick to the damn piece of paper I'm using as my base. Go this way. Thanks goodness, years and years of cooking. Go. What was that? Storm warning. Oh yeah. Okay, storm warning. Nothing too bad. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Don't like the fact that it looks like it has air pockets in it, but probably not much I can do about that. Oh, why did it have to stick? Ah, crap. Well, I'm starting that over again. I might just need this in a bit. Someone just joined. No, just Jaeger. Let me figure out how to flatten this without it sticking to this. It's not working great. What are you looking for?
The elastics.
Elastics?
No, rubbers, sorry. Erasers.
You.
They might be here.
I have no idea what to work on that won't stick. Or maybe this. Do you think it'll stick to this? Shouldn't do, yeah. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, not sticking at all. Perfect.
These guys found them.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Happy Roman.
Thank you. It's actually fun because one of my friends from gaming streaming from years ago is actually a professional modeling teacher. Like, he's a master modeler.
Nice.
So he's actually on. Well, he's not right now, but he'll be back in a minute. And he's actually like giving me pointers and stuff like, oh yeah, you should do this like this and everything. He's the one who told me to make a little base out of aluminium.
Cool.
So yeah.
Have fun.
Hi, we'll do that.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome. Got your chi?
Good practice. That's what you're doing there.
Yeah, I had to use something different because, of course, there's one inconvenient thing is this is bloody paper. So it ain't well, it ain't cutting it, it's sticking. Okay, now.
Yeah, I
Cover
didn't say
that.
glasses.
Yeah, glass is obviously the best
Before
bit.
you do that, stop. Before you do that, alfoil can be smoothed out by pressing down on a hard surface. So you can actually make the shape of the alfoil a lot more consistent with the shape of the backhoe you want.
Okay. Then I need to go and
Instead
get
of
more.
one chewing gum.
Yeah, then I
Right,
need to go and get more.
yeah. So just press down. Use your hand. Press one down one side on the table. Make it flat. Then just keep doing it on all sides until it's nice and square. Use a smooth, flat surface, preferably two of them. Press and squeeze them.
So you say I should use a square? I was gonna make like well, you know what?
Well, no. What I'm saying is you just square up the shape you want. Get more angles on the actual
Yeah,
So
because I was.
it's a triangle with one corner from the middle sloped.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm gonna go get more. I'm gonna go get more aluminium foil.
Yeah.
Like a lot more. I'll be back. I'm gonna
Toothpicks
need a
too.
lot.
Get yourself some toothpicks or some wire or white ties. Thread ties, because you're going to need that to make the arm.
And we have much more. Perfect. That's gonna sound absolutely beautiful on camera, I'm sure.
Sorry, a bit hard to hear you from without the microphone. But you can hear me now. Sorry, I didn't understand the word you just said.
I was just saying the noise of the aluminium foil has got to be absolutely beautiful on stream. So you said I should make a triangle and then.
You ever seen them make those specialty cakes, like character cakes, like they look like the carbon character and whatever? You
Yeah.
ever seen them build that? How they make the sponge first, and then they use that fondue or whatever it is, that icing, and they layer over like sheets and press it into shape.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing here. That's what you're doing here. You're making the shape out of tinfoil as accurate as you can, or close to the size you want. Use toothpicks or wire tie, or kneadable wire of some kind to make the arm and give it structural support, and just cover it with the clay. And it's a tiny, tiny little metal cake that just happens to look like a backhoe.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're lucky you didn't misunderstand what you said and thought you said tobacco, because this would have gone a completely different way.
That's true. Would have been rather boring.
Be easier to make cigars though.
Oh yeah.
Here it is 8:30 here. I have a housing inspection at 10:30. I have to go hide some things before then.
Housing inspection? What the heck is that for?
My house is housing trust. I'm a disability pensioner, so I don't own a house. I rent from the government. And the house is really, really cheap, and really, really nice. My family's been here for about 30 years.
Okay.
But it still involves them coming out and checking we haven't burnt down the place or something, or build a drug lab in the cellar. Not that we have a cellar.
I mean, building a drug lab in that thing, drug lab in the cellar. It's not the worst thing you could have done. And burning it down is probably worse.
In my country at the moment, being what do they call it? A sovereign citizen is now classified as a terrorist. You have similar things in America. Over here, though, they're using it as a convenient excuse to relabel people who want to argue with the government. But I'm not getting into that. This is all about sculpting, not politics.
I was about to say, that sounds bloody complicated.
Big conspiracy being opened up here in Australia. And all that kind of conspiracy shit that everyone thought was only conspiracies, like, the Rothschilds and all that, turning out to be fucking very true.
Lovely. I'm kind of getting there. I have my slopey bit. I have the front bit. I just need to build this up a bit more, and I don't quite know how to do it. So
Dude, use the table. Press it down on the table. Square
you know,
it up.
the whole thing is I want this bit. Okay, wait. Let's try and get an angle.
You're trying to build the cab and the front engine bay.
Yeah, I want this to go up a bit.
Press it down, make it flat, and then make it smaller cube and put that on top of your cab. And use the clay to hold it all together.
Well,
Remember,
this is
it's like
this
a
is
cake, so
ho-
it's
this
like-
is bloody solid. I can't press this down anymore. It says press down as far as I can get.
I bet you can get yourself a book of something hard and flat that you can put it between the desktop and that and press, and that'll make it nice and flat. You know, with tinfoil, there is a hobby in Japan that has started. I think it's Japan or China,
Okay,
where they
fair
make
enough.
balls of foil and they press it so hard and smooth it out so much, damn thing looks like a giant ball bearing.
Yeah,
All right.
And
That's
you
how
know that if you-
malleable tinfoil.
and you know that if you make it with gold, it actually has like a bell sound to it afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, but you got the idea now. Find something you can press down. Your fingers aren't flat; they're malleable. So
I know,
find
but-
something nice like a ruler. You
Look
got
at
a
that.
ruler, man?
Look at that.
Perfect.
All I need
Yeah,
to
well,
do is
that's what
add a
those
cube.
tools are also for too. Don't just say add the tools. The tools do that too.
I know,
Yep,
but
there
look,
you go. Bit thinner maybe. Bit thinner. Not so wide. Looks
Not so
more like a Ford Model T body now.
yeah. So make it a bit like shorter
Front-
here.
No, you hang on. The front needs to be squeezed in a bit. It tapers. in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got to squash that in, and again, just squash it in. It'll go.
There you
There's
go.
plenty of air still in there.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you're going to cover this with clay, and then you can flatten the clay as well. So
That's true. No, that looks starting to look like it's supposed to.
This model, once it's finally dried and baked, if it falls off something, it's not likely to break. So it'll have a really good solid structure under it. If it was solid clay, it would most probably break.
I see. Yeah. So now make a cube.
If you find it too difficult to make a centimeter by centimeter cube with the tinfoil, just use the whole thing as clay, because you've got that nice bottom underlay structure now.
Well, you said to make a cube. I'm making a cube.
Yeah, but not the Borg cube.
Sorry?
Not a Borg cube.
No, I'm good. I'll just do with. That's a bit big, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
right
way
idea,
too fucking big.
Right shape, correct way to make it, but I don't know. That could work, because don't forget you got to cover this thing with clay still.
Yeah, true. I'm just
Don't
gonna.
forget that front
I'm
of
gonna- Oh.
your engine bay, the front of your vehicle has to taper in because you've got those two arms for the actual digger. to
Yeah,
go
true.
along the side. Otherwise, they're really going to stand out.
Yeah, so I need to press that in a bit.
Might get you to go get yourself some matchsticks or toothpicks or something to use as axles.
Okay.
Also for the structure for the back actual hoe as well, you'll need it. Otherwise, your clay is just going to flop it out everywhere.
Yeah.
If you got wire ties, you know, like for tying up garbage bags, the wire ones, they're good. You can strip off the plastic and use the wire like a modeling wire.
Actually, the only wire I have on hand.
Most wire is good, as long as you can knead it by hand or a pair of pliers, you're fine.
Yeah, I think I should have some jewelry wire somewhere around.
Ah, even better.
Oh, and look what I just found. I have a bloody glass ball. I can use this for shit.
Oh, nice.
It's actually for photography, but whatever.
You can do that whole labyrinth thing that David Bowie does.
Sorry?
You can do that whole labyrinth thing that David Bowie does.
Maybe. But yeah, there we go. Cubey
I've
cube.
noticed a lot for 5 years.
Cubey cube. Okay, let's just get that to be.
Now keep in mind the front does look a bit short, but you still got that whole grader to go on the front, the whole digger thing still too.
Yeah.
So I think you're right with the size there. Just go get yourself those toothpicks and stuff. And
Yeah.
start
I just
shoving
don't.
them
I just
through
don't
them
think I
forward.
have. I don't think I have bloody toothpicks.
Toothpicks, matchsticks, anything, piece of wood, piece of wire, preferably the sticks because they're a bit more solid and rigid
Yeah.
for axles.
Okay. Well, give me a sec. I'm gonna go and check what I have, but don't have much faith in this.
Pipe cleaners, you got pipe cleaners, that works.
No, I don't.
The only thing I would check with the jewellery wire is what melting temperature it has, because you got to bake this still, and the last thing you want is the whole jewellery wire just melting.
Well, if I'm going to use blooming toothpicks, that's wood, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's going to be covered in the clay, so it's just going to dry out, and it's already pre-baked anyway, so that's fine. Same goes for
Yeah.
the matchstick. But the jewellery wire, if it has a lower melting point than the clay needs to set, then the wire will melt inside, and then the whole thing could just go really bad.
Point taken. Okay, well, I'll see what I find. Be back in a sec. Okay, let's see. Nope. I do not have anything like toothpicks or matchsticks or anything down that line.
Okay. What time is it where you are?
1700. I could still go to a shop, yeah.
Drop, yeah. What's that? You're still on your Be Right Back sign, bud.
I know. There you go.
Yeah, you just got to get a pack of matches is all you need.
Yeah.
No one in the dorm's got one?
Well, I mean,
You only need about 4 of them.
someone's got to have some, I'm sure, but
Come on, there must be a session going somewhere where there's a pack of matches.
It's
Go
actually-
outside and grab some twigs.
that can work. See, that I can do.
Yeah. I didn't see that you did it kind of off camera.
Oh, no, it was like that I can do.
Yeah. Now, once you got your basic, let's talk a bit about strategy. So once you got your basic shapes or structures, you're going to cover that in your clay, and you'll basically make up the whole body of the cap. So what you do then is bake it, right? Even though it's as rough as it is, you bake it. So that will stop the clay being so malleable. Once
Okay.
it's baked, you can actually use a kitchen knife or a sharp knife or a safety razor blade and shave off the bits you want to get those nicer, sharper angles.
Okay.
Then, once that's done, then of course you can use the fresh clay, and add back to it again and rebake it when you want to make that set. So
Okay.
start with large shapes and build up to small detail.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not specifically expecting it to look anywhere near as fancy as that one on there.
No, but it'll look pretty cool, I reckon. If you kind of follow what I'm saying, I reckon you'll get a nice kind of chunky size, little kind of cartoonish looking backhoe vehicle there, you know.
Yeah. I'm kind of like starting to think maybe, just maybe, I might not go with the whole earring thing and just make it into like what did you call it?
Earrings? Yeah, just a little diorama or vinegar.
Diorama. There we go. I do have these things, little metal pins,
Yeah,
and
that could come in handy.
and they came with with this kit, so I'm guessing that they're heat resistant.
Could be a bit short for the size, but I would also try to flatten your whole cab a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit big, isn't it?
What I normally do when I use reference pictures to build something, for example, at the moment I'm painting a miniature from minifigs from Dungeons and Dragons called an owlbear. I don't know if you know the creature.
No.
It's a pretty big piece, about the size. You know, I've got to put all my fingers around it in my palm of my hand, so it's a pretty chunky piece. So an owlbear. Imagine a giant grizzly bear with the head of an owl,
Okay, yeah.
and the front arms with feathers on it and massive claws. So something experiment gone wrong by a mad wizard of Thay that wanted something to bodyguard his tower in the forest, and instead of summoning something, he decided to play with genetics and actually make it. And of course, that's a bad idea because things like that just like to read. What did Jeff Goldblum say in Jurassic Park? You know, nature likes to find a way. Unfortunately, now his forest is full of these creatures, and they're fucking mad because it's a creature that's supposed to be flying half, and the other half walking around as a 10-ton heavyweight. So, obviously, very insane creature. But to paint the owl and all that, I've got hundreds of pictures from Google of owls' faces. I've been concentrating on the greater horned owl of America as my basic color scheme for the owl portion of this creature, and the bear part, of course, is a brown grizzly bear. Black is pretty hard to hide. Plus, I wanted to use a darker color like black actually for the feather markings.
Okay.
But again, hundreds of it, not particularly concentrating on any one particular owl, but just getting a kind of artistic license. So did you say
Yeah.
screen? Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bit better. It's a lot more flat.
Yes, that looks very nice. Do the same with the bottom. Don't forget to taper in that front on the sides.
Yeah.
You've got to make, or even just flatten it in a bit more on that side, because you've got to have that space for the arms.
Not the best tool to use, but
You should have a book somewhere you can use.
I don't use books like that. I don't break my books. I don't like damaging them. Poor books.
What, you don't have a copy of Twilight somewhere?
No. I have a bit of self-esteem.
It's a pity the director didn't.
Yeah, I know, right? There we go. This is getting better. That's much better.
Oh, I
much
know.
better.
You've got a little kitchen there. Don't you have any wooden skewers from some, kebab or something?
Literally, I looked for anything that was wooden that I could steal. There isn't even anything in wood other than like massive ass cooking utensils, which would definitely not do. Like, trust me, I can't actually believe it.
Kind of take my workshop for granted, don't I? Bloody hell.
I can imagine. Yep.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to need it for the.
What? Other than maybe like spaghetti.
Is it really, really thick? Because it's got to be able to be pushed through, so it's going to usually breaks.
Yeah. You're making me think I should just take a break of this and go and fetch myself some, some toothpicks.
Or matches or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's not too far off. That'll take me like 20 minutes round trip.
Well, how hard is the modelling, the jewellery wire you had?
Not very. I mean, it's springy. I make bracelets out of it.
That must have a lower melting point, I think, 'cause it's usually silver, or German silver.
Yeah.
It's usually yeah, so that has a lower melting point. I think these things, degrees-wise, are about 40 degrees. I'm not really sure if it's in Fahrenheit. What is it in Fahrenheit,
Doesn't matter. I use centigrade.
Yeah. What's it say on the packet for baking temperature?
This stuff. Wait, give me a sec. I think it says like it says pretty high actually. I was quite surprised.
Oh, that wire way too thin.
Yeah,
I would use that as cabling for your truck.
yeah. 120, 130 centigrade.
Yeah, that's mostly going to be way too hot for this jewellery wire.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but yeah.
probably not. I mean, typically silver does have a bloody high melting point, but it's also so bloody thin that it wouldn't take that much heat.
Yeah.
You know what?
Most.
I'm gonna take a break of this. I'm gonna go and
Mhm.
find myself something to like support this with, and then
Yeah,
come
even
back
if
and
it's just cutting sticks, man. Just try and keep them the same, size
Yeah.
and measurement.